It's a little late. I apologize. Hey, Selma. Selma, how was your weekend? You had dance, right? You went to a dance? And we have Ellie. Hey, Ellie. What's up there, Marlon? Lee, how are you? Turn those traps towards the camera. The traps go where the traps go, Marvin. When you got traps like this, they don't take orders, they give orders. I don't tell my traps where to go, my traps tell me where to go. What's up, Jamie? How's everyone? How's the Sunday? I thought I'm going to continue with weekend sharing. Yesterday was Saturday sharing. If anyone wanted to come up for 5 minutes, for whatever reason, 5 minutes, coming up, hang out, come up, share something, come up, do a magic trick, come on up, sing a song, come on up, tell me a joke, clean joke. Hammer, how are you? What's up? You're often on my mind, my friend. So it's out there if anyone wants to. If anyone doesn't want to, it's okay too. Excuse me. I'm also going to read some stuff. Let's see. Marlon says, "Are you streaming from Egypt?" I'm thinking the Great Pyramids. That one was good. That was good there, Marlon. I'm gonna steal that and use it myself. My next workout. I'm gonna give you full credit, of course. Hey, Lady Sky. Hey, Laura. Ellie says, "Hey, what's up, Ellie?" Oh, awesome. Emma says, "I'll be back on regularly sometime tomorrow." Easy home cooking, my friend. How are you? Appreciate you all being here. Sorry. That was our friend Carl. I had him up playing earlier. Had him up in his live stream. Hey guys, you want to do me a favor? Our friend Goals for Life, Goals for You, Shelly and Joey, she is live right now. Mary's Gigs is live now. If you want to head over to Goals for You, and or Mary, head on over and tell her that Yogi sent you. I'd appreciate it. I'll be here. I will not go away. Toy Pups is going to go live at 6 p.m. tonight. Goga is live. It's Goga's birthday. Hey, I'm heading over to Goga's right now, real quick.
Guess what? I'm not wearing any socks right now. I
guess.
I
Commercials. I went to send a little gift. Goga's birthday. Goga's been it was this time last year that he had me up on a guest of his show. And he has helped me on every turn. He has helped my channel. He came up here and had a little talk with me about a month ago. So I need to wish him a happy birthday. So go on over, wish Goga happy birthday. Go on over to Goals for You and say, hey, Yogi sent me. Give it some support. Go on over to, who else did I say? Oh, Mary's Gigs, the hardest worker on all of YouTube. Her and our friends, the Stardashians. All right, diving back in. I said I was going to read some stuff. Hey, Anna. Let's see. Hey, Nick. Bisay. Hey, Bisay. Happy Daylight Savings Times, Eric. Thank you, Bisay. I enjoyed it because I got an extra hour in the morning, which means it was some sunlight. Not for the sleep, but it means I could go out and my regular time walking, and it was light, or it was getting light. And I saw two foxes. It's actually a little too dark to pick up on my camera. Two foxes. What else? I heard two woodpeckers, but didn't see them. But it was just nice having that light. Happy Daylight Savings Time to you. I hope you had a good Halloween too, Bisay. Hey, this guy's cooking some noodles for lunch today, Yogi. Hey, did you get any? Hey, Sue, the Bud Files is here. Did you get any information on PayPal or Venmo? And I hope you're doing well today. Hammer says, I signed papers Friday. If I take meds, I leave Friday. I refuse, so I can't leave till tomorrow. They said 7 a.m. I refused that. I think 11 a.m. is better. So how are you feeling, Hammer? Simple says, Nick, I'll give you 5 minutes to change your name. Seems fair enough, right? Hey, Road. How are you, my friend? Tropical Roads is here. Appreciate that. Anna says she's doing okay to Lady Sky. How are you? Hey, Alex. I'm good, man. How are you? Marlon says, nice having you live on normal times again. It is. I know that was uh, off-putting to our European friends. Speaking of our European friends, things are back on track with Miss Blipper, I believe, tomorrow. So, Miracle Monday with Miss Blipper, her and I talking all things Course Miracles. The Esoteric Lounge is going to be open, serving the refreshments of Scroll Sniper's knowledge Wednesday evening. This one's going to be, I think, I say this all the time. I think this one's going to be my favorite, definitely one of my favorites. I think Sniper's really on track with something with this one, as he normally is, as he always is. Jimmy says hi to Tropical. And it says she's doing well. Thank you, Yogi. How are you? I'm good. You know what? Yesterday, I forgot to mention this. I might have heard the bobcat. I told you a neighbor said they saw a bobcat, which I thought was a little doubtful. We live about an hour away from what would be the nearest bobcat population, but they wander, so they could wander here. We have bears wander through once a year, so why not a bobcat? But I was skeptical. I didn't order chalk earlier, but I will. Today for sure, I'm going to order chalk. I promise. Easy says, okay, friend, bye. Thanks for stopping by, Easy Home Cooking. Yeah, yesterday morning, it was a sound not like a cat. It was much bigger and much wilder. You know, we have feral cats, and occasionally I hear the feral cat, but this was not a feral cat. So I have my eyes open. Hammer says, I feel fine, but I saw something people have told me about for years, and I know because I never saw it myself. Do you want to share? You don't need to. This guy says, my right knee hurts, Anna. Fell this one. I'm sorry you fell. Did I miss your reply, Lady Sky? Did you hear anything about, did you find out any information about PayPal? Easy says, good night, my friend. Andy says, God bless you. Thank you, my friend. God bless you too. No, I think I'm good. I got Amazon up. I don't think I'll forget. As a matter of fact, because I've ordered it, frequently, so I have it on speed order. Man, it went up. It went up $3 this last time. Crazy. It has been purchased. Why would chalk go up? I blame it on big chalk companies. Big chalk companies profiting off of my hard-earned money. Hey, Hamlada, how are you? Hey, Super Champ. Super Champ says surprise. Marlon says we got lynx and have for a long time when they were officially extinct for a couple centuries. They can't surprise you. They're great hiders, aren't they? Bears are too. I've known people in Pennsylvania who've had bears living under their house, living under their sheds, right in their lawn, and never even realized it. Mountain lions, still. I've talked to people out west who have lived in mountain lion countries their entire life, and they've seen the tracks, never seen them. Hope you're doing well, Super Champ. I did it, Ellie. Thank you for the prompts. Hey, Lucy. Lucy says, hello, I'm so busy and way behind, but we'll be here in the chat. Thank you, Lucy. Hey, never put yourself out on my account. Do you know? No one has to be here. I take it as a gift when anyone shows up. It's deeply, deeply appreciated, but, no expectations, right? He says, I'm doing okay-ish. I know that feeling well. I'm good, Super Champ. How about you? How's the lifting going and how's school going? So, where was I? Going to read a few things. The base material is plentiful. Wood chalk is just worth processing and distributing. It shouldn't go up $3. The last time I ordered it was maybe 3 months ago, maybe 2 months ago. To go up $3 in 2 months is just saying I want a little more. There's nothing wrong with wanting a little more, but how much is a little bit? If I had bothered to look, I probably could have found it cheaper. Ellie has a essay tomorrow, but we drafted it over a week ago, and now I can't remember anyone. It is so I'm gonna fill. I bet you won't, Ellie. So more and more, I'm living my life by this single prayer found in the Course in Miracles. It has come up in many conversations with course teachers, students, those who have come up. Probably the most famous prayer in the course, but it sums everything up. Cat knows this one well too. I got a fruit fly flying around. I am here only to be truly helpful. I'm here to represent him, capital H, who sent me. I do not have to worry about what to say or what to do, because he who sent me will direct me. I'm content to be wherever he wishes, knowing he goes there with me. I will be healed as I let him teach me to heal. That really has become become my channel. It's what I want to do more than anything. Like I says, I need to go get my meds ready for tomorrow. We'll be here, Ellie. Hey, Kayla. Kayla, how are you, my friend? Let's see. Lisa says, I went to the gym today. Everything felt heavy. It tends to be that way, right? How long's it been since you went to the gym? Do they have kettlebells, Lee? I think almost every gym nowadays has kettlebells. Way back in the day when I was working out at Y as a kid, they had a rusty pair that might have been, man, probably turn of the century. Hey, sissy. He says 2 months, maybe. You ever think about hopping in with Jace and getting in a workout with him? There's a lot to be said with starting with body weight stuff. There's a lot to be said for starting with weights. I think it all depends on your goals. I started with body weight stuff because one, that's what my dad knew. That's what he did. Old fashioned calisthenics, toe touches, sit ups, push ups. Um, and then I was training with the um, YMCA director, and that's what he did. And then he would take us out for some trail runs. So it was maybe 11. Then I had a bull walker. I don't know if anyone remembers that. It's an isometric exercise. It was pretty cool, and it worked. And I'd love to get another one. I wish I hadn't lost mine because they last forever. Um, Probably be rusty now, though. I mean, this was uh, 50, 49 years ago. Everybody says when a YouTuber receives a super chat, do they get 50% of the money you send? They get 70%. And that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Because I I consider myself I'm a professional YouTuber. Not a very good one, but it's what I do. This is how I earn my income. Um, Primarily. I earn 90% of my income through YouTube. Where else, do you get this opportunity to talk about the stuff that you love, to come here, hang out with you guys? If YouTube wants, 30% because it's their platform, I'm fine with that, you know, absolutely fine. Here's if I had a wish, it would be that out of that 30%, it was some of it was withheld for taxes. 10% going into my social security fund would be awesome. I hope you're doing well, Kayla. What did I miss? Sissy had a Bowflex, and I miss it like crazy. I had a Total Gem that I bought at a yard sale. But it says, for example, if you donate $2, YouTube will receive $1, while YouTube receives other 70%. I get 70%. YouTube gets 30. When I was 13, I started lifting. Well, I guess a little before 13, maybe 12, 13. I started lifting weights. Wanted to be a bodybuilder. Was very fortunate that I got to train with a Mr. Maryland. And him and a couple of other hardcore lifters, Olympic lifters, mostly bodybuilders, though, took me under their wing, taught me how to squat. I did not want to squat. It's a hard exercise. No one likes it. I thought I could get big without squatting, and they laughed. I thought I could do leg extensions, leg curls, and some leg presses. They said, nope, you got to learn how to squat. You got to learn how to squat heavy. He says, maybe I know he would, all I have to do is message him. I know, so accommodating to all he reach out. You, It's a good place again. It's a good place to start. It's a good place to start, and I think you could progress almost infinitely doing the program that Jace has. Certainly has worked well with him. Anna says, "I love YouTube, Yogi." Me too. Again, this has given me such an awesome opportunity. My entire life, I've wanted to be a writer. I have made a little bit of money on my books. I make very little bit of money on my blogs, a couple cents a day, actually, on my blog. But I don't mind because I'm getting paid for something that did not exist, came to me as an idea, became something on a screen or a piece of paper, and I shared it. Someone read it enough, long enough, liked it enough, that they, gave me a couple cents just reading it, just showing up and looking. If you see an ad, if you ever go to my blog, if you see an ad, if you click on an ad, I make money. I've had this blog since 2011. Since I was a kid, I just wanted to be a writer. The things I've written about and the things I've written about since the 90s, Course in Miracles and yoga, some metaphysical stuff, a lot of shamanism stuff, nature related, a little bit of quantum physics as it relates in a spiritual sense. Now I get to talk about all that stuff with people that I absolutely love. And when things go right, I earn an income. I love YouTube. Hey, Flora. Super Champ says calisthenics are awesome, but it won't work if you don't know exactly what you're doing. Me back in 2021, ish. Used to do 1,000 reps bodyweight squats at home pointlessly. Some people, it depends on how you do it. Super Champ says 70% is way better than 50%. Yep, our math is on point, you and I. 70% is better. I don't even need a calculator to figure that out. Is 80 kilograms a heavy squat? 80 kilograms is what? I mean, I got to get my, means I got to find my calculator. What's that? 100, is that 200 pounds? There we go. Don't tell me yet, Super Champ. What did I ever do without a calculator? I was going to say 180, 176, 180-ish. Hey, Phil, how are you? Manifestor is here. It depends on your body weight. I used to be a very heavy squatter. I have squatted over 400 pounds for reps. I was in my 40s when I did that, my early 40s. I stopped heavy squatting when I started doing kettlebell sport. I didn't need to. I still did squats though, but I did kettlebell specific squats. And then when I started ultra running, I did goblet squats. Hey, Sissy, are you back working out? Sissy says, multiple worlds, many hats, none a core being. You're right about that. Manifestor, how are you today? Super Champ says, so basically Yogi is a certified philosopher / writer / scientist / teacher, a man of many skills, I see. I always say that I am just a yogi, someone who's very sincere in dedication and practice, his sincerity of practicing yoga. Sometimes I'm asked, how does A Course in Miracles fit into that? For me, doesn't have to be for everyone. Course in Miracles is, as I'd like to describe it, a fifth branch of yoga. There's actually multiple branches of yoga. As Krishna outlines in the Bhagavad Gita, there is karma yoga, which is yoga of selfless service and action. There is bhakti yoga, which is yoga of devotion. And some say the quickest, shortest route to God of all paths, of all yogic paths. And then there is jnana yoga, which is the yoga of self-inquiry and study, self-study, studying the sacred scriptures as well. It's the yoga of knowledge, but of true knowledge. Self-inquiry, you dismiss all answers, knowing that every answer is conceptualized. And then you have Raja Yoga, which basically translates to the king of yoga or royal yoga, and that's the 8 limbs of yoga, which physically I consider my practice. It's the meditative path. This is where you get the asanas. This is where you get the breath work. This is where you get the withdrawal of the senses, pratyahara. And you get one point of concentration, and you get the absorption in the object of the meditation. Finally, you get samadhi, bliss consciousness. But the yoga of A Course in Miracles is the yoga of forgiveness. And this, I promise you, in my experience, hey, what's it? Is the quickest and shortest path, because it bypasses the ego and takes you directly to that Zen moment of awakening. Where was I? Marlon says, but learning good squat, yes, it's still very valuable. For me, actually, leg presses taught me how to open my hips for the squat, interestingly. Oh, it's still definitely a valuable exercise. I don't think they can replace squats, though, depending on your goal. Squatting is a primal movement. A leg extension, I wouldn't say is a primal movement. I would not leg extension a tree off of a fallen comrade in the forest during the apocalypse. I would not leg curl a boulder off of a friend should a boulder fall on him, right? Now, I might leg press someone, or I might leg press something away. Squats are just a primal, and they're also so great for mobility. Just my thoughts. Did I miss anyone coming in? What are your thoughts on squats, Jamie Brown? Lee says, oh, Zazie avoided legs. Yeah, first day in the gym, I can understand that. First day back in the gym. Dan John, wonderful coach. One of the best. Wonderful YouTube channel too, by the way. He recommends you have a squat, you have a hinge, you have a press, vertical, as well as horizontal as well as vertical, and a pull. You got to work those planes of motion. Marlon says I squatted, what kilogram is that? Way below parallel as a newbie, but I always had a good lower body from physical labor and sprinting upstairs with a heavy backpack. I did as a kid and teenage every day. Rucking. Man, rucking, getting a heavy pack on your back and walking or running, unbeatable. If that's all you did was rucking, I think that might be enough. I often had talks with Dan, Poor Man's Gym. Sandbags. Sandbags are wonderful. If you just did shouldering, there's a lot of if you just did. There's a lot of if you just did, and all of them are valid. So if you just did squats, you'd have the foundation for a great physique and awesome strength. But if you just did leg extensions, you'd have really nice looking quads to a certain extent, and probably healthy knees. If you just did deadlifts, now I think deadlifts might have a limited warranty to them. I think they might wear you out a bit. Super Champ says, all right, so I've done my calculations and my squat in my previous session was approximately 176 at 125 pounding weights for 5 sets of 6. I think that's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Sissy's going back to the basics on Monday. I'm setting a personal challenge to do 6 days in a row of squats for at least 15 minutes on top of calisthenics. Awesome, Sissy. We will help keep you accountable if you want. Check in with us. What a sec. We can be, I'm always happy to be someone's um, accountability coach, someone they can check in with. Sissy says I decided not to wait for my back to be completely healed and just power through it. Just keep it light. Hey, Danny. Danny, how are you? You go, sorry, I haven't been here. That's okay, Danny. You know that, my friend. I'm happy when you're here. That's all that counts. When you're here, we're always happy to see you. He says, of course, allows you to make mistakes. I've made enough. Every spiritual path, mistakes are the way to go. You got to make them. The key is don't punish yourself. Don't punish yourself, Lee. Got a message from Carl. He said, hi, guys. Where were we? Hey, Carol. Hey, Liam. I am in the US. I'm in the East Coast. What's up? What's the matter? Sorry I missed you when you came in. Trying to catch up with everyone. Sissy says, Google took $4 out of what I had saved for a tripod and paid channel members with it. What's up, Leo Ducks? Hey, did you ever check PayPal, Sissy? There should be something waiting for you at PayPal. Duck says, Yogi, can I please share a joke? It's bad, I'm going to admit. Please, it's all fun and games. If it's a bad joke, I'd rather not, to be honest with you. Not prudish about it. Just, I don't know. If you feel like you have to. Sissy says, who's Yogi's best buddy? Well, you're Yogi's best buddy. This is our friend Laradox. Kat says, hi there, listening in. We love you. I love you too, Kat. Yogi's best buddy is our friend Laradox. Laradox and I have been around the block a time or two. He's been an old young friend for, what's it been, Laradox? Maybe 2 years? We have debated. What do we have? We've argued, kindly argued. Laradox is a young man of firm convictions. I admire them. I admire him for having those convictions. I don't agree with all of them, but it's not for me to agree or disagree, He's always been kind to me. He has not always been kind to friends, but he's always apologized when he hasn't been. Since he says, yeah, I did check, and I have 608 after Google took the rest for 2 memberships. Well, now I am on a mission. We're going to get you a tripod. Do you know why? Because I like your commitment to YouTube and your channel and your mission as well. I very much appreciate you, Sissy. And I want very, very much to see you succeed. My success is your success. So if I can help in any way, I'm going to. Danny says, Seb says, gives him a wave. Hey, Jacob. If I've missed any comments, let me know. Kat says, yeah, Yogi, I'll give you that $4. $4. $4 for what? I know this is something that I probably said, but I say so much. And I never know if what I'm saying is Kat says bye. Two friends disagree. Yep, they can. They can, and they disagree peacefully. There's my singing friend. We need to pick a day, Chris. Chris is saying hi to everyone. Kat is still on vacation. You can join her on vacation. You can go to her channel. You can help her get to 4K watch hours. She's well on her way. Danny says, Yogi's best buddy. This is Laradox, Danny. Let's see. Sissy says, oh, Laradox, I remember you. Super says, Yogi's best buddy is probably Joshua. Joshua is a good buddy. That's for sure. Someone else that I very much support and want to see succeed. I'd love to see Joshua be someone like, what's the big YouTuber's name? Mr. something or another? Mr. Big, Mr. Now, Mr. Up and Comer, Mr. I don't know, Mr. Don't Call Me Mr. What is it? 2+ years with Laradox. So what's going on in your life, Laradox? Are you done playing basketball? You're a good player, man. You should be playing in college. Laradox says, Yogi, I'm a bad person. I know I've been a bad person. Please forgive me. It was because I was trying to be a YouTuber, and I'm going to tell you my intentions were never meant to be bad. So if your intentions were never meant to be bad, you are not a bad person. You're just someone that mistakenly did some things that you're less than happy about. There's really no need to forgive you, my friend. You were what, 16 years old when you started YouTube? You are 18 now, right? That's how it works sometimes. Where were we? But I did wrong in that I was careless. Man, Laradox, you don't even want to know the stuff I did when I was 16 and 17 and 18 and 20 and 25 and 30, up until about the age of 31 or 32. But I've chronicled my messes. I've told my stories, the ones that I can remember. Sissy says, you're the only ones, so it seems. I appreciate everyone, even just for being kind. Never will I come right out and ask for anything unless my health and safety is in question. Sissy, you don't have to ask. I'm happy to help. And as your message grows, you're going to attract the audience that you deserve, and you deserve a large and loving audience if anyone does. You're the you, Kat, Tandra, Chris, Daisy May. You represent the prayer that I've read to begin the live stream. I am here only to be truly helpful. I am here to represent Him who sent me. I do not have to worry about what to say or what to do because He who sent me will direct me. I am content to be wherever He wishes, knowing He goes there with me. I will be healed as I let Him teach me to heal. And I think you are a healer, and I think you are a healer who is open to learning to heal. I'm going to put Lucy in that group as well. We are absolutely fine, my friend. Absolutely fine. Neurodoc, can you please explain to the new viewers the dispute we had? Which one, Laradox? We've had a few. Chris says, can we do close to Thanksgiving? Yes. Yes, we can. But doesn't mean I have to dress like a pilgrim, does it, Chris? I'm not saying I won't do it for you. If Chris says, Yogi, will you dress up as a pilgrim to celebrate Thanksgiving and sing pilgrimy songs? I don't know any pilgrimy songs, but I have a month to learn it. I would say, Chris, if that's what you want, yes, I will sing pilgrimy songs. I will dress up as a pilgrim. Obviously, I got my leftover pilgrim costume, from back in the day. Hey, Sissy, where are you on your watch hours? That one time I did slip up. Well, here's the thing. Let's leave that alone. This just made me think of Dave Mason, by the way. Great singer-songwriter, passed away about 2 years ago. You remember the song, Let's Just Leave It Alone, because we don't see eye to eye, there ain't no good guy, there ain't no bad guy, there's only you and me, and we just disagree. Beautiful song. I might try to sing that one night. But here's the thing with forgiveness. It's done. It doesn't need to be rehashed. What's the matter says a program? Oh yeah, gotta see and record that. I think someone said they recorded me and the tie on Thursday. There's not many people who can get me to wear a tie. Chris is one of them. You guys could get me to wear a tie because I wanted to see you smile. I know I couldn't see it, but I hope it made you smile. Cat requested a sweater vest, and I just so happen to have a sweater vest. Hey, Carl. I haven't been missed all day. Carl, you're always missed. Sissy says, Carl, we love you like crazy. Please know that. We do, Carl. We absolutely do. What's the difference between a pregnant woman and a light bulb? I'm not sure I really want to know. But go ahead and put it out there if you want. Hey, our friend Evan lives in Toronto. It's going to be very sad because the Blue Jays lost. He had his heart set on them winning. He went to the games. Just letting him know. I don't know if he's tuning in. Evan, I'm sorry. I was actually rooting for Toronto for you. Chris says, is there a program song? Chris, you and I have almost a month to find out. Maybe we can do the Charlie Brown dance from the special, remember? Chris says, hi, Carl. Hey, Carl. I hope you note sometimes the warm greeting that you get from so many of us, probably all of us. You are a beloved member of so many people's channel. I'm reluctant to use the word community too often. And I think I mentioned that. Hey, you're growing. You are growing. You almost have. Plus, YouTube holds 5 days. Monetized by the equinox. or sooner. Danny, thanks for saying hi to everyone. Sissy says, no, please don't. Which one? Which one are we not? Me wearing a pilgrim suit? Chris says, if so, yeah, let's do it. I will find one. I'm going to do my best to find one, Chris. I could probably order a pilgrim hat, right? I bet you Amazon has a pilgrim hat. Even if it's like just paper. We can do the Charlie Brown dance, or you going to do the Charlie Brown dance? I danced last time. I guess I owe you, don't I, Chris? I think I owe you a dance. I'll be honest with you. The only dance I know how to do is my Grateful Dead dance. I don't know if I have enough room. Jesus is king. Hey, my friend. Just trying to find a good life. I hope you find one, my friend. There's Evan. I don't know if you were watching or not, but I was thinking about you. Carl, I stopped by your live stream and I was getting ready to do my workout, but I saw you live and I knew that I would be upset with myself if I did not stop in to say hi to you, my friend. I think it's because people know that you go live now on Fridays. So, you know, for me, it's always a surprise, a happy surprise. I think I found my good life. Jesus is king. Lee says, I found one here. Lee, that just, I felt that, my friend. Hey, Derpy, how are you? You doing your sparring? Do you have it set up? If you want to drop a link, we'll try to make it. Laronax says, don't get me wrong. I like all the new people, but we're all the old people, like all the old friends. It's just me here now. Well, it's a sniper. Eric Lapointe is working a lot. A lot of people have left. I'll be honest with you. A lot of people have left. Which is understandable. You know, not everyone is aligned with everyone else's path. But if it is really your path, you adhere to it. If you say that, you know, as I often do, that my one true spiritual path is the practice of kindness, forgiveness, then I have to adhere to it, even if it means that you let some people go. Right? Doesn't mean you want to. Doesn't mean you're happy about it. Doesn't mean that it doesn't break your heart a little bit. But it means that if you really, really, man, if you want to get good at something, you dedicate yourself to it. More than anything, I want that ultimate freedom that comes when you live your life through the practice of forgiveness, true forgiveness. And you do it. And you do it no matter what comes your way. If it shows up, it's yours to forgive. It's no one else's responsibility. I don't ever want to be the person that comes up and says, this is what you have to do. This is what you should do. I try to demonstrate my path. By demonstrating, I also show that I'm not really very good at it, but I am very sincere about it. And I try, and I try, and I try. It's the first thing on my mind in the morning. It's the last thing on my mind at night. I look over any grievances, any resentments. Did I let them go? Did I forgive them? Can I let them go now so that I can start my day with a clean slate? When I wake up, did I carry anything over from yesterday? Is any resentment lingering? Can I let it go now? Chris says, you can forgive someone even if they don't look for forgiveness and still walk your path in a different direction, and that's still good. Agreed, my friend. Remember, forgiveness, as talked about, a radical sense here, is as offered by A Course in Miracles and other traditions as well. This isn't, uh, it's unique in how it's presented, but true forgiveness is true forgiveness. And what it's saying is, I set you free from the past stories that I've told about you, from the past interpretation of events in which I was only privileged and privy to my own small amount. I don't know the whole story. Again, author James Twyman, New York Times bestselling author James Twyman, agreed to come up and have a conversation with me on Tuesday. And we're going to talk about his new book, I Don't Know, Maybe I Love You. This is his solution to depolarizing communities and families, politics, countries. It's simply saying, I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I still have my opinion. I might still think I'm right, but I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. I don't know. You could be right. I don't know. And then you have the maybe. The maybe says, maybe you have a valid point. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe gives us room to maneuver. And then it's clenched with, I love you. That's what I do know. The Course sums it up nicely. Would you rather be kind, or would you rather be right? This means that insisting on being right at the expense of someone else. Being kind says, I might be right, and I might still believe that I'm right. Friends, that's got a phone call. I get very few phone calls. But I'd rather be kind than insist on being right at your expense. I'd rather be kind than making you feel like you're wrong, even if you are. Thanks for the vibes. God says, hey, Yogi, hard work and being good, all things travel the same road as professional. Just how you see it. Good day, my man. Good day, man. You're amazing. Thank you, Todd. Todd, thank you so much. Positive words. I appreciate hearing that. Or I'm sorry, Super Champ says, the yam, follow your heart is amazing advice. It is amazing advice. And it's very important that you do so. You guys want to read an amazing book? The Alchemist. I'm going to see if I can find a some quotes. You could read The Alchemist in a day. Here's probably one of the more famous quotes. And when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. This is what in yoga they call it sankalpa, an intent. When you want something and you want it from the heart, and it is aligned with your highest good and the highest good of those around you, that intent goes out into the unified field, the infinite field of potentiality, and the universe conspires to help you achieve it. It is a possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting. There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. Here's one of my favorites. Remember that wherever your heart is, there you will find your treasure. So I highly recommend it, guys. I probably read it, I don't know, 1990 something. And it has stayed with me. Let's see. Lordak says, everyone like the stream. Follow the channel with notifications, but most importantly, follow your heart. Beautifully said, Laradox. Then I am a paradox. He says, Sissy, I have 2 active children. I can't sit around all day, every day, hoping to catch Carl. You have to get out, and I'm sorry, Carl, I wasn't there. Laradox is a combo of my name, Luke, and Paradox. I remember. Carl says he didn't see what happened, Sissy, because I've got rid of certain people. I'm sorry, Carl. Hey, Carl. Here's one thing I know for certain. You are an excellent live streamer. I also like your videos. You are good at YouTube. That's it. That's all I got to say about your channel. You're very good at what you do. Dodak says, seeking Christ. I guess he is my balance. So, hey, Theodox, do you feel like you're still sincerely seeking? Sepa says, always lurking, was cooking and serving roast. Carl says, I lost subscribers today because of certain people. I'm sorry, Carl. Carl, you're going to gain them back. Maybe not the same people, but you got a core people that stick by you no matter what. You know that. Seriously consider trimming my beard. Every once in a while, I catch a look at myself in the camera and I startle myself. I'm like, man, who is that guy? Why is he staring at me? Sister says, yes, indeed, I enjoy the singing, the trains, and learning something new today about airplanes in Ireland. Super Champ says to Laradox, don't you have an issue with Bible being changed rather often over the years? I'll be honest with you, most people I know who are Christians never consider it. Never consider all the interpretations and reinterpretations and the translations and the mistranslations that have been offered through the Bible over the centuries. That's lots of books were excluded. I think that might be a topic for a sniper sometime. What books were excluded from the Bible and why, and for how long? And why, after they've been discovered, sorry, got to fix my pen. Why, after they've been discovered, that they're not taught, right? But let's not get too heavy into a debate. Might keep the live up for another 15 minutes. Laradox, have you ever read the Greek Septuagint? Septuagint? Did I get that right? What did Lisa? Anna, I'll be in library Friday. I'll be looking at French history. Oh, you're gonna go live. Awesome. Carl has a hotel live stream coming up. It should be interesting, Carl. Hey, Laradox, our friend Super Champ, Super Artist, is a very, very sincere young man. You two are about the same age. So yeah, he never means any disrespect. So I think you guys could have a good conversation. Laradox is very set in his faith, but I would not say that Laradox is closed-minded. He's listened to me. He doesn't agree with me, He wishes that I would agree with him, but as mentioned before, we've always been cool. Let's see. Phil says, "Good idea, Eric. It can get a bit of a battlefield, and this ain't the channel for that. But if anyone wants to do it, I'll always be happy to oblige one of my lives." Hey guys, did you hear that? If you want a hardcore debate, man, I would love to see like you and Sniper um, moderate a debate like that. Hey, Toy Pups, I mentioned you earlier that you go live at 6. Toy Pups has been putting in some epic live stream sessions. He says, "Good point and superbly executed, super artists." What was that? There it is. Why is it that even single book has been changed and twisted, yet Quran remain the same with meaning and letters? I don't believe the Bhagavad Gita or the Upanishads have been changed. They've been translated, but they've been translated very, very carefully and closely by people who love the message. I believe with the Bible, a lot of it was because it was translated by people in power who wanted to maintain as well as grow the power base. There was an agenda in place. They literally decided on what books. Was it Constantine? They literally decided on what books to keep and what books to leave out. The parts where Jesus actually spoke. If I remember, I got a book back there on the original Greek translations. Oh, I'm sorry, the original Aramaic translations of, especially. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'll find it. Maybe not now, but I'll find it. Sorry, guys. All right, maybe I won't find it. I'll find it for tonight. We'll find it for tonight. The Aramaic, especially of the Beatitudes, absolutely beautiful. And guess what it has to do with? It has to do with the breath. Super Champ, on that note, I'll close my case. But here's the thing about closing cases. Again, it almost seems like it can help, it can point out flaws in other people's faith. And someone who might be a better debater could open it up again and present a different argument. If we were to simply say, every faith is valid for the one who believes, for as long as they believe it, for as long as it is helpful for them, and who am I to question? Right? It's not for me to say, do this or do that. I would say I'm not a man of I don't have a religious bent. I'm not a man of faith in scripture, not even A Course in Miracles, not even the Bhagavad Gita, not even the Upanishads. I am someone that has a living faith in my practice because of what it delivers me in the very moment that I practice it. I meditate because my mind goes very quiet, very still. And for long stretches, I am in touch, in tune, flowing with something greater than myself, greater than my egoic self, my true nature. I have faith in the practice of forgiveness because when I forgive, I'm instantly set free. Even if things come rushing back later, for that moment that I practice forgiveness, I am set free, that other person is set free, and I experience love. I have faith in kindness because when I'm kind, the world is kind to me. That's enough for me. Sissy says, source creator is the breath. Let's see. Toy Pop says, super chat, Yogi, please, to show support, like and share. I appreciate that, Toy Pops. We're going to wrap things up in just a minute. I got a phone call all the way from California from a soon to be, hopefully, guest who's a prolific author of books related to A Course in Miracles. Carl says, goodbye. I'm talking to Ali and Tina about the hotel live stream. Goodbye, Carl. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it, my friend. Turf Up says, heard I got a shout out today, Yogi. Thank you. Always. We were talking about people that I believe, people we believe in. I cannot talk about people and channels that I believe in without mentioning you, Toy Pups. Prolific. Sounds good. I'm just happy I pronounced it semi-correctly. Phil says, the best way, a true way to connect to the source is through nature and this beautiful animal kingdom that you don't get all the absolute garbage of who's right and who's wrong on the best indoctrination. You've obviously never debated with a raccoon before, my friend. They're very stubborn in their beliefs. That great raccoon versus possum debate, I've been there. I've been there. Thanks for the unicorn vibes. Super Champ says, my apologies. I'm not what I was trying to accomplish with the point I was trying to make. I understand. Manifest says, but they look cute. All right, you got a point there. Counterpoint to Manifester, but they look cute. Can't argue that, man. I can't argue that. Here's you and Laradox are alike in certain ways. Super Champ, good ways. Both of you are very true and very sure in your faith. We get some. There's an emoji for everything. There's a. Could you find a possum emoji? I wonder if they have one. All right, so I'm gonna go call my friend and think about trimming my beard. Looking pretty raggedy. We'll see. Manifesta says, mind you, Burt Raccoon and Cyril Syrup would have a nasty punch. I bet. All right. I don't have anything memorized, Super Champ. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging out with me. No possum emoji, unfortunately. That's outrageous. I demand a recount. I don't know what I'm recounting, but I demand one anyway. We got moose, we got bison, we have a wild boar, we have, is that a llama? And a camel, a two-hump camel. Phil says, thanks, Eric. Thanks, guys. Well done for keeping it civil. Exactly. Good point there, Phil. I appreciate you guys so much. Because that is a subject where tempers can run high. But you guys were cool. I thought that was a moose, but it's an elk, buffalo, boar, llama, and double humper. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take off. I will see you. Come on by, hang out tonight at 5:25 for about an hour. If you want, again, it's going to be Sunday sharing. Come on up and share something if you want to. Love you. I'll answer this tomorrow. I'll be on the lookout for you, Hammer. Thank you for the update.